Hi everyone. So my last video I spoke about like gig memories and it being 2020 and every gig's been cancelled since like March. So I was kind of like reminiscing about gigs that I've been to. And obviously most of the gigs that I've been to are McFly because they are my favourite band. And I thought, why not do a video just speaking about these McFly gigs and share experiences with my McFly friends and reminisce about them in a bit more depth and maybe see if I can dig out some like old videos from those gigs. Some of the quality of those videos may be a bit sketchy, but it's quite fun to kind of look back and reminisce on that. So obviously my first gig that I went to was McFly's Motion in the Ocean tour, which was the 2nd of October 2006. And I still have the tour programme from that gig. And I remember obviously this being my first ever gig and just being in the same room as your favourite artist, like whether that be singer, comedian, band, whatever, you can't actually prepare for that in awe feeling. And just the energy and feeling the bass like through your feet, it's just insane. And this gig, I was like 14 when I went. 14, I was 15 the next month, but I was 14 and I had been recovering from severe asthma to the point where I couldn't walk upstairs without having to take my inhaler. So my mom had like a medic standing near me and she was actually waiting outside, like in the foyer bit of the SECC in Glasgow, just in case something went wrong. Like she didn't actually leave, so she just waited outside for the whole time because I was very, very ill. And this gig, it was quite cool. The Motion in the Ocean tour, I remember they had like a bar, like hut thing on the stage, and I was at Dougie's side, and I just remember I couldn't jump, scream, sing, nothing like that because of my asthma. But this gig to me was incredible just because of being in the same room as McFly for the first time. The SECC, if anyone's ever been to it, it's a smaller like arena, I would say, and it had like, obviously seats are all on the floor and then at the back it was kind of up, and we were like on Dougie's side on the floor and I was like right on the end, and they had these like security like people, like steward people. I think I got the women in some of the pictures, but they would walk up and down the aisles, and if you came like slightly out the aisle, they would tell you to go back in. So it was like really annoying because like I'm only 5'1", I couldn't really see, so I'd kind of trying to get in the aisle bit to kind of see a bit more. But they kept on going, go back, and if someone stood on their seat, no, you're not allowed to do that. So it was a bit, they were a bit of buzzkill, but health and safety, I suppose. So the second McFly gig I went to was the 8th of April 2007, and that was the Up Close and Personal tour. And that was in the Edinburgh Playhouse. Again, this venue is tiny, the Edinburgh Playhouse. And if anyone's ever been to the Playhouse, the space between you and the seat in front is like minimal. Like, so we couldn't stand or anything like that. But this tour, I remember Dougie speaking a lot more on this one than the Motion in the Ocean one. And I actually have a video of him singing Transylvania, like acoustically. And I was just... And I was just like so excited about that because I was like, Dougie's singing. I know he sung on Silence Is a Scary Sound, but that was Wonderland, and he didn't sing that on the Motion in the Ocean, so I never got to experience that. So this was my first time actually seeing him sing, and I remember being so excited about that. And that tour, little Chris supported McFly, and I absolutely loved little Chris as well. Yeah, just thinking about him and what, like his suicide and stuff, that's quite, I still can't believe that happened. But yeah, the Up Close and Personal tour, being in the smaller venues and being closer, we were up in the balcony bit, so I got a much better view than the Motion in the Ocean tour because I could see over people. But yeah, the smaller venues and being closer to the artist, I always find so much better than these big venues because you just feel the atmosphere more, and you feed off like the artist and they feed off you. But yeah, the up close and personal tour, I absolutely loved that one, and I wish they would do that again. Maybe not in the Playhouse. I wish they would do the Usher Hall. That would be really cool in Edinburgh. That'd be McFly, Usher Hall, 2021 or 22. It's a good venue. The next one, 26th of November 2007. That was my 16th birthday, and that was the Greatest Hits. And I remember there was a lot of controversy about the Greatest Hits because everyone was like, oh, that's the end of their career. They're doing a Greatest Hits album, Greatest Hits tour. Obviously it wasn't. And that one was really cool because there was the first time they had a B stage, and because we were at the back, we actually got to see them better, and I got some amazing pictures of them on the B stage, and I didn't expect them to do that, so it was amazing, like, them doing that. So you actually got a really good view no matter where you were. I'm actually looking at the program. It's just like loads of pictures from over the years, which is really cool. Yeah, I had like loads of pictures from over the years in it, and I was just so excited about, well, I'm always excited about McFly gigs. I don't know why I keep on saying I was so excited, because I'm excited going to any gig, but especially McFly, I'm amazingly excited.
Anyway, we're gonna play for a cover song now.
And you can't calm me down. I'm 28 years old, and I'll be, what, 29 when they're touring in 2021, which was supposed to be this year. But I'll be 29 and I will still be screaming and I will still be shouting, and yes, you cannot stop me. 25th of November 2008, the day after my 17th birthday. That was the Radioactive tour, and that had the iconic microphone on the back. I've been seeing loads of people getting this tattooed, and they all look amazing, by the way. My mum came with me for this tour, and she sung all the words, and she went to work the next day with a sore throat, and her boss was like, why can't you speak? And she's like, I was at a McFly gig last night. But that one was crazy. I remember the store setup was very much like the Lies video, and we were at, what side were we? We were at Tom's side this time instead of Dougie's. I've always been at Dougie's side, but I was at Tom's side this time. And we were on the floor a wee bit more. And my mom took this picture of me watching McFly, because I gave her my camera and I was like, take some pictures for me, thinking she was going to take pictures of McFly. But she took this picture of me looking at them, and I'm like, I'm in complete awe. And I think it's amazingly talented to be able to go on stage and perform live, like your instruments, and things go wrong. And I remember, I think it was Danny's guitar string broke. And
What are you gonna do about it?
Can we use yours, Tom? Well, I don't know, for a small fee. Yeah. Neil, can Danny borrow my guitar, please? Not a crew noise. What's crew noise? Black oil. It's on!
Are we ready?
Right, so let's get ready now. Let's try again. Alright. If this breaks, then that's bad. Yeah. This is good, obviously.
stuff like that. And I love these things in gigs when things go wrong, because I like that. It means it's real. It's not all like lip syncing and stuff stuff like that. Had a B stage, but I remember how they came onto the B stage was with the stage that went up in the air and over the audience, and it had like a glass bottom. I'm pretty sure it wasn't actual glass, but yeah, you could see them and they were jumping up and down, and I remember seeing the chains like shaking, and I'm like, that's gonna break, but obviously it didn't, and that was so cool. And 26th of March 2011, and that was the Above the Noise tour. And I remember this one because it had Super City, and this has the poster in it, and it was everyone's pictures who joined the Super City as pioneers, which I think was really cool. I never got to be a part of Super City, and I wasn't a pioneer or anything like that, but I remember you got to meet them if you were a pioneer at their gigs. And this one, me and my friend, who's now my sister-in-law, went to, and we shouted this at Dougie.
Dougie, show me your partner!
We're at Dougie's side again, and we were in the same, roughly the same space as I was on the Motion in the Ocean tour, if I remember correctly. So I didn't get an amazing view, but it was great fun, and we got loads of pictures and videos, and great night out, and we tried to wear heels, but yeah, we couldn't wear heels because our feet were got too sore. But yeah, that was great fun. I remember they had like beach balls coming into the audience, and that was so much fun. I love things like that when they chuck things in the audience or they throw things in the audience, and I think they had the t-shirt cannons and stuff like that. There was a walkway which came down, and they were walking up on that and shooting t-shirts into the audience. I've never caught one of them, but it's great fun. Everyone starts screaming, and you get that amazing atmosphere again. 18th of September 2006 was the Anthology tour. This was 3 nights in a row, but I could only go to the last night because of work and stuff, because that tour was delayed. I'd only booked 1 night anyway because of work, but I could only go to 1, and I'm gutted that I didn't go to all 3 because they played every single song from every single album in order, and that would have been amazing to see, because I never went to the Room on the Third Floor or Wonderland tour. It would have been amazing to see those songs all played. That would have been really cool. But this one I had a VIP, so I could get closer to the front. I wasn't fully at the front, but I got closer to the front, and the atmosphere was just something else, because it had been quite a while since we'd seen McFly on their own, because they'd done the Muck Busted tour. I'll speak about the Muck Busted tour after this one. And just hearing The Heart Never Lies live, that for me It's one of my all-time favourite songs. It's not my favourite McFly song. My favourite one is Not Alone. But The Heart Never Lies comes close second because that was actually my first dance at my wedding. And that song, although I wasn't actually even engaged when I went to this tour, but that song always gives me utter goosebumps. There's something about that song that I just get chills throughout my whole body. It was a crazy tour, and I remember someone had a cardboard cutout of Danny, so they put that on stage, and I got some amazing pictures with that. But yeah, this tour, speaking about this tour, makes me so utterly gutted that McFly's tour never went ahead this year, and I really hope that I can go when it's in 2021. I really hope that I can, because McFly, for me, there's something about them performing that no band or singer that I have ever seen has replaced that. Katy Perry came very close second. Katy Perry, her tour was insane. But McFly's tours, they're always, even if it's just like the anthology tour, it's just them on stage. And they just put on an amazing performance, and they have such great banter with each other.
This song is called This Song.
There's nothing that replaces that, and they put on an amazing show. Even when things go wrong, they just kind of laugh it off, and I can't even explain. 16th of May 2014 was McBusted tour. I remember I was so excited for this one because my mum had always said to me, she was like, you can go see Busted. And when I was about 11, 12 years old, and that was in the December, and they split in the January, I think it was, or soon after, so I never actually... Are you joining in? Do you want to join in? So I never actually got to see Busted, and Busted was supposed to be my first ever gig, so I was really excited. And me and my mum went to this one because it was close to her birthday, which was the 20th of May. And my mum loves McFly and she loves Busted. She is one of those mums, she loves them. And this one I was so excited to hear the Busted songs played. And this tour was so cool, and McFly with James and Matt, they do have an amazing friendship and banter. So it wasn't too different, I'm going to say this, and I'm treading very carefully because I know some McFly fans hated the McBusted phase and era. I actually really loved it. I loved this tour, and it was so much fun. wish they would do it again, even just for a tour. Like, can I say that without getting hatred from other McFly fans? But yeah, I absolutely loved it. And me and my mum had such a blast, and seeing them perform the songs with like even McFly songs with James and Matt, it worked really well. And I think the album that they've done after this tour, I never got to see them on the next tour after that, but I think their album was great fun. I like that they don't take things too seriously, and I like
busted tartan.
Like for reals. Super for reals, you guys.
It's official.
At Tartan official.
And I'm so horny in this right now, it's ridiculous.
I can tell, man. Are you wearing anything underneath it? I can assure you, he is traditional. He's doing a Darius, and it is all flopping around.
because life can't be so serious all the time. Again, for this one we were closer to the back, but they had a B stage again, which I like, because people, if you are at the back, or if you can't be in standing or OMFG or whatever like that, some people can't be in that kind of environment, so it's great to have a B stage so that people at the back can get a few songs with amazing view and get some amazing pictures of the band. Because I'm one of these fans that I love taking loads of pictures and videos at gigs, because I like looking back and remembering. So yeah, that's my McFly. Yes, that's all the McFly gigs I've been to, and you're just looking and judging at me. But yeah, that's all the McFly shows that I've been to so far, and I really hope that I can go to many, many more, because there's just something about gigs. And making my previous video, I realised that there's something about gigs and looking back and reminiscing, and even if it's a really old gig with that really horrible grainy photo that you can't really make out, there's something about it that just brings back so many memories. And I hope that I can still go to all the gigs that were cancelled this year, next year. Am I boring you? I really hope that I can go to all the gigs next year that got cancelled this year. And McFly was one of them, because I don't want to miss another tour. I really hope I can go. Because I was so looking forward to it, and because I never got to see them in London in November, because it was the 20th of November, and that was my husband's, well, that is my husband's birthday, 20th of November. And he was like, oh yeah, we can go and I'll book you tickets. And I'm like, I booked for us to go see Jack Whitehall. It was meant to be a surprise, so it kind of ruined that. But yeah, I didn't get to go, and I wish I had. And especially now with what has happened this year, I am gutted, absolutely gutted. But I really hope that they aren't cancelled next year. And I want more tour memories, because I want more of these, and I want more memories. I absolutely love these. I always get tour programs, and if a gig doesn't do a tour program, I am not very happy. I go hunting for them because I like them. I like keeping them.
You